Hello everyone. Today we present to you the top 10 best games released on mobile. Before watching the video, put a like and subscribe to the channel. Enjoy the video. On MMORPG, an online game with a size of 4 GB, available on Android and iPhone. On MMORPG is a popular JRPG based on Japanese folklore that turns you into a powerful sorcerer that can use his magical powers and even summon Shikigami spirits. Your objective here is to protect the world from demons and other unworldly creatures. The game is made up of turn-based combats with teams of up to 4 players. Each player has a number of special skills and attacks that can be used against any battle member. As you start overcoming the challenges, you'll start gaining resources that can be used to unlock new characters and enhance the ones you already have. On MMORPG is an interesting game that's backed by its total success across the Asian countries. Its excellent visual and audio values are sure to make any anime, JRPG and ancient Japanese culture lover have an amazing time. Creative Destruction, an online game with a size of 3 GB, available on Android and iPhone. Creative Destruction is a battle royale that's openly inspired by Fortnite. Here up to 100 players can battle it out on an island full of weapons, but only one can make it out alive. As usual in games like this, you can play everyone versus everyone or in teams. In Creative Destruction, you have an enormous arsenal available to you with different types of shotguns, sniper rifles and assault rifles, all available in different colors that represent their level of rarity. Creative Destruction is an excellent title that easily compares to the big dogs in the genre for Android and iOS like PUBG and Knives Out. In fact, the game's graphics are incredible, at the same level as many titles for consoles or PC. Plus, when you start the game, you can choose between various different character models, which you can customize as you continue playing. Mir IV, an online game with a size of 4 GB, available on Android and iPhone. Mir IV is a role-playing game where you play as an Asian warrior traveling across countless realistic landscapes, complete the missions entrusted to you or explore the map at your will. In this universe, there's always another task to complete and each adventure is more exciting than the last. As an MMORPG, as you advance through the map, you'll meet other users with whom you can trade and form alliances. To move your warrior, tap on the virtual joystick on the left side of the interface. On the right side, tap the buttons to execute brilliantly animated attacks. Mir IV is a truly immersive experience with tons of strengths. From stunning graphics to a world filled with countless characters and objects waiting to be discovered, this vast world will keep you hooked. That said, you'll need to work hard if you want to beat levels and defeat your enemies to announce your power over the kingdom.
왜 이렇게 늦었어요? 하마터면 잡아먹힐 뻔했잖아요. 내가 처리할 테니 뒤로 빠져 있어.
Standoff II, an online game with a size of 1.8 GB, available on Android and iPhone. Standoff II is a multiplayer Counter-Strike style FPS in which two teams face off inside relatively small settings. All the maps are clearly based on Counter-Strike maps. The control system of Standoff II is really well adapted to touchscreens, with a virtual D-pad on the left side of the screen and the gun's crosshair on the right. By default, your weapon's shooting button appears on both sides of the screen, which makes the action more comfortable for you. Standoff II's main game mode is a deathmatch, in which two teams battle against each other for 5 minutes. Unlike the original Counter-Strike, you only have to wait 5 seconds to respawn if you're killed. In total, Standoff II has 3 games modes, each one with unique features. Standoff II is a really fun 3D online FPS, with great graphics and loads of different weapons. Shadowgun, an online game with a size of 550 megabytes, available on Android and iPhone. Shadowgun is a multiplayer FPS clearly inspired by Counter-Strike that lets you enjoy 3 different game modes: Deathmatch, Team Deathmatch and Deactivate the Bomb. Up to 10 gamers can play against each other at the same time in any of these modes. The controls in Shadowgun are straightforward and well adapted for touchscreen devices. In Shadowgun there are a fair number of maps, which may also look somewhat familiar to anyone who's played Counter-Strike at some point, because all the settings are practically identical versions of other settings as in Dust_2. Shadowgun is a great multiplayer shooter with strong graphics and a more than adequate variety of game modes. In addition, you can create and customize loads of different weapons and masks in order to give your shooter his own personality.
Headshot! Mega kill! Headshot! Mega kill!
Shadowgun War Games, an online game with a size of 1.4 gigabytes, available on Android and iPhone. Shadowgun War Games is a multiplayer first-person hero shooter that's clearly inspired by Overwatch. This time you get to compete in several different game modes, including Capture the Flag and Team Deathmatch, plus you can either play with your friends or against random players from around the world. The control system in Shadowgun War Games is perfectly adapted to touchscreens. Move your character using your left thumb and aim with your right one. Shooting as per usual in games of the same genre is automatic. To use the sight of your gun, all you have to do is quickly double tap on the right side of the screen. Shadowgun War Games features 5 different heroes, each with their own unique arsenal of weapons and skills. There are only 3 characters available when you start playing, but you can unlock the rest as you continue to gain experience and level up, plus you can also get new skins for your favorite heroes. Shadowgun War Games is a great multiplayer FPS that raises the bar of the genre for smartphones. It offers a gaming experience that's very close to what you can experience on PCs and consoles. Special mention goes to the excellent graphics section, which you can also customize and adjust using the options menu. Soulworker Anime Legends, an online game with a size of 2.2 gigabytes, available on Android and iPhone. Soulworker Anime Legends is an ARPG that brings you vibrant combats against tons of different enemies. This anime-style game is based on Soulworker, a PC game where the 6 characters in this game originated. In this hack and slash, you'll be enveloped in the resistance of the humans against strange monsters that are ravishing this post-apocalyptic world. You'll form part of the Special Forces, capable of fighting off enemies thanks to your special powers. You'll do so effectively using the classic controls from the genre. a virtual joystick on the left to move around and action buttons on the right side of the screen. The 6 heroes you find in Soulworker Anime Legends have their own special attacks, which means you get to play differently with each and every one of them. However, the best part is that the dialogues are also completely different depending on the character you're playing. Each one has a very distinct personality, so your adventure is always different depending on which one you pick. Soulworker Anime Legends is a fantastic action game that has stupendous visuals and fluid combats that are reminiscent of titles like Honkai Impact 3rd and 100 Soul. It's a video game with an interesting story and various game modes, both PvP and PvE. Grand Criminal, an online game with a size of 1 GB, available on Android only. Grand Criminal Online is an action-adventure game. Inspired by the famous GTA saga, it's time to put yourself in the shoes of a ruthless and shamelessly well-recognized gangster. Roaming about an extensive city, you will have free range to go around completing missions while carrying out a diverse set of side tasks at whim. But in this sandbox you won't be on your own. Other gangsters will also try to impose their own law on each of these busy streets. The visuals in Grand Criminal Online are very well thought out and are one of the main factors that lead to this game's massive appeal. From a zenithal plane, you'll be observing the development of the action to control each one of the missions that you initiate. After designing the physical aspect of your character, you'll be ready to receive your first calls with all the steps to follow along on your first missions. Grand Criminal Online contains a multitude of challenges and an extensive map that allows you to generate your own interactive story. By shooting enemies and avoiding being hunted by the police, you will gradually impose your authority over every neighborhood in this wild city packed with danger. Police Simulator 2022, an online game with a size of 1.5 GB, available on Android and iPhone. Police Simulator 2022 is a top-notch action game where you play as a police officer who patrols the streets to keep its citizens safe. If you enjoy driving simulation games, this one's for you. Make your way through a city full of danger, fast-paced missions and tons of tasks that you must complete to unlock new and faster vehicles. You can roam the city freely on this incredible adventure, searching for crime or completing various tasks. Make your way from one end of the map to the other as you see fit and enjoy the large variety of vehicles at your disposal, ranging from typical patrol cars to the fastest sports cars on the planet and SWAT trucks. Protect this city by patrolling its streets and investigating hot spots where your help is needed. Discover secret places and drive thousands of miles in your favorite vehicles while completing increasingly interesting missions. This game has realistic controls and simple gameplay, both of which you can enjoy alone or with your friends via multiplayer mode. Police Simulator 2022 has as many hidden secrets as there are ways to play. Guardians Odyssey, an online game with a size of 600 MB, available on Android only. Guardians Odyssey is an RPG that gives you the chance to bring a brave warrior to life in medieval-looking settings. In each one of these locations, you have to go toe-to-toe against tons of rivals who are all on a mission to put an end to your journey. To protect yourself or attack, you have multiple weapons and attacks that you can use according to your needs in each combat. In Guardians Odyssey, you can choose from different game modes depending on the number of enemies you want to face. In every mode, you have to be quick in order to use the weapons available and achieve your goal of defeating all the enemy warriors. Likewise, you can gradually improve your skills to help you beat even stronger opponents. The visuals in Guardians Odyssey will transport you to settings straight out of medieval times. Thanks to its excellent graphics engine and great use of physics in the movements, you just have to keep an eye out for enemies to deliver the most powerful attacks you can manage at all times.
I love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble.